Yeah, well, it's a beautiful morning to talk about a really important subject that I've been involved with at least over the last 15 years or so. I'm Tim Buchanan, and I'm the retired city forester for the city of Fort Collins. And I tell people I did my whole career there, so that's a lot of decades. But this Plant Select program has been really, really beneficial, I think, to the city of Fort Collins and potentially for growers to identify the best trees that over 4 decades we planted and cared for and observed until we had the ones that we thought were the very best. And then Plant Select can work to get those in production with their member nurseries and get them out there. So one tree is great, but 1,000 or 10,000 or 50,000 of them would be that much more beneficial. But the city has formed a partnership with Plant Select, and the Plant Select now has a trademark on CHOICECITY Select, which is the name which would go on the trees. Now this is a bur oak, and we call it Bulletproof because it doesn't get that nasty bullet gall on it, that round marbles that attract wasps and hornets and all of that. So it would be bur oak, Bulletproof, and then it would have the trademark name CHOICECITY Select. And then as part of that program, the details as it's put into production, royalties are paid, and some of the money comes back to the city of Fort Collins, which is really good, so that that money can go to tree planting and maintaining the urban forest, because the tree is owned by the city of Fort Collins. And so we're really excited, and I know the new city forester, Kendra Boot, is eager to work more with Plant Select, and there are other trees that we're identifying and trying to get them out there. And but we're like a lot of people who are horticulturists or arborists, urban foresters. You know, we always look at a tree and say, does it really have exceptional qualities, something that really, really is outstanding. And you know, a lot of wonderful trees, but it's just very few that probably have those qualities that are worth taking it into production. So in this case, this tree was noticed very early on as being very straight and good structure, central leader, wide branch distribution on it, and then it didn't have that nasty bullet gall. So people would ask me, where's your favorite bur oak? Well, I kind of paused a little bit and I said, well, the one over on Sherwood Street. And so that's how it all kind of got going. And I think our first conversations with this tree, just to give a little bit of reference to how long it takes, was probably about 25 years ago. 20 to 25 years ago, I remember talking to some local nurseries about it. So this process of getting it planted and growing it, evaluating its qualities, getting it in production, it's not a 1, 2, 5, or 10 years. It can often be 15 or 20 years. So really excited now that at least one nursery is propagating this with scions asexually, and so those trees are available to line out for the benefit of our nurseries in Colorado, and there'll be others around the country. So this was one of the very first, and this has these great attributes that we're very proud about and very glad to be working with Plant Select on.